Hello, everyone. I guess I think I might have skipped today making a video, but I've been a little under the weather the last couple of days. I had like a cough and a scratchy throat, but I'm okay. I took the test today, and I'm negative for COVID. But it does seem like there's some kind of like a little flu or something going around, and I think I'm very fortunate because I didn't get very sick. You know, I have a little belief about this getting sick stuff. I don't want to say that sometimes you don't get really sick, but I do want to say that sometimes when you start to get symptoms of being sick, it's really easy to magnify that in your mind and be like, oh my God, I'm sick now. And then your mind starts calculating what could happen. You could get a really sore throat. You could get a really bad cough. It could get into your lungs. And then it does. Or it's more likely that you start to feel that way. So, but fortunately, I did get COVID for the second time. The first time was the absolute worst back in January 2021. I went 5 days with no sleep. I got tinnitus. I had chest pains. You name it. I had all kinds of problems. I had just seen my mother almost die. And she had lost her mind, and the doctors weren't sure if she'd ever come back again. And then I got COVID, and I just freaked out. So, the second time I got COVID was back in June, so that was almost a year and a half later. And I had had 3 shots, and I felt like if I got it, I'd be okay. And it seemed like more and more people were going out with no masks, and the death stats and the hospital stats were going down. So I said, you know what, I'm going to start going out. I'm going to go without a mask, and I may get COVID, but I think I'm probably protected now. And as it turns out, in number 2, I was like, yeah, like it was a little scratch in my throat. It lasted like 1 day. And I was like, just really like so happy that I was sick, yet nothing was happening like the first time, because the first time was maybe one of the most traumatic things in my entire life. So I've learned a lot since then. And it's good to try to learn from your experiences. Sometimes what happens when we get tinnitus or whatever that comes around in life is we get stuck for a while. It sets us back, and we get stuck for a while. And then we have trouble getting out. And that's where a lot of people are who have tinnitus. They get at a place where they're stuck. So I'm trying my best to make some videos that'll help you get unstuck and move forward and let this tinnitus thing not be such a big deal anymore for you. And there's so many stories of people doing that. I'm not trying to be Mr. Medicine Man and say I've got all the answers, but it seems like some people are commenting and watching my videos, and this channel's growing a little bit now, and maybe some of the things I'm saying are working. I think they definitely are, and I don't think I was the first one to say it. I'm not some genius like that, but I do think there's not enough people like me getting online and saying, look, it gets better, and here's how you can make it get better faster. And that's part of the reason for my channel, is to help you get better faster. And right now, I'm a little bit sick. See, I got a little cough. And I know that if I spend time worrying about how sick I might get, and my brain starts calculating what could happen, my subconscious brain will kick into play. And it may even bring about real symptoms into my body that are much worse. And they are very real, because the subconscious brain is that powerful. When you start consciously thinking about what's wrong, what could happen, you can bring that about. And your body is able, and your brain are able to handle things very, very well. The human body is amazing. And you need to trust it. You need to trust your brain, trust your body. They know what they're doing. And when I say your brain, you've got a subconscious brain too. It knows what it's doing. It knows how to let you sleep. It knows how to tell you when you're hungry. It knows how to handle stress. But if your conscious thoughts start really focusing in on this sound of the tinnitus. And that sound can kind of grow with you and become a bigger sound. And it's not very comfortable, is it? And it also becomes a part of your attention. You're always focused on it. So I'm here to tell you, I hope I can convince you that we don't need to go about calculating what might happen in the future, what our life might be like with this sound. And we can calculate and know that so many people, 98, 99% of people get to a great place with their tinnitus, so much so that they're not even worried about it anymore. And I'm trying, I'm in a very short span of time, trying to not worry about being sick. I'm not really trying that hard because I'm not worried. I guess I could die and then I'll be dead and then I won't have to worry about it, will I? But yeah, actually I'm doing pretty good, so great, And I've got a positive attitude. That helps tell my subconscious brain that, you're good, and then it brings about the good chemistry in my body, which then sends out those antibodies and all the other chemicals that knocks down the virus or whatever it is, and I'm going to have a much more effective resolution to my illness because I've got the good stuff going through. So this is what I hope you can. I know if you're in a bad spot with tinnitus and you've been hyper focused on the sound for a long time, it's not always so easy just to quickly change. But we want to start inserting some thoughts about imagining that what, guess what, 99% of people get out of this thing and they get to where they're not even worried about it. And you know what, I'll tell you, the other 1%, they've got a severe medical problem. They had a bomb blow up right next to their ear, that kind of thing. Or they got so focused on the tinnitus that they got very, very emotionally disturbed. And you don't have to do that. So, I'm sorry, if you had a bomb blow up right next to you and you had a super loud sound that made the tinnitus really loud and it really damaged your ear, even then, there's people that are managing and doing great. But I think, hopefully, if I'm talking to you now, you're probably not one of those extreme cases, but you're just someone, it could be quite loud, but it's the type of tinnitus, we can deal with this thing, we can do this. So, what was I saying? So yeah, we want to start inserting in some different information into our conscious thinking. Our conscious thinking will determine what our subconscious brain does and determine if we're going to be anxious and always focus on the tinnitus, or if our subconscious brain is going to finally start to let go and let us go on about living our life nicely. So how do we insert some thoughts into this? Well, first, as I've said so many times, it's not a threat. It's not going to hurt you. And by all means, go to the doctor. I should tell you, I'm not a doctor, so by all means, go. Let them look at your ear, and I think, 9,999 times out of 10,000, it's going to be okay. You're very, very safe, and you want to know that because nothing's going to happen. Your health is fine. And then number 2. Get some background noise. Number three, the background noise is very important. Find something that matches your tone. Play it a lot if you need to. That's fine. You'll back off on it later. And then number 3, we want to try to start visualizing what it's going to be like when you're not so focused on it, and you're also already knowing that people like me who were so focused on it for months got better, and you're going to be like that too. So know that. And then number 4, as you know all those things, already your subconscious brain is going to start to relax a little bit from this hyper-focused, and then you're going to start doing some more activities, and purposely doing some more activities. I'm going to play this game. I'm going to go exercise, shoot the basketball, kick the soccer ball, lift some weights, dance. So many different types of dance, aren't there? You can just find some miscellaneous video online. What type of dance do you like? Jazz? Salsa, hip hop, ballet, ballroom dancing. I don't know if you've noticed before, I've got a pole behind me. I don't actually personally use that. Actually, I've tried. So many different kinds of dancing you could do. That pole costs about $200. You could get one. Yeah, you know, so many things. Play chess, draw, music. Get your brain on other things and purposely do that. And then you're going to get your conscious thoughts on other things, and you'll get better at that process. But you have to sort of kind of push it in there first. You know, it's tough at first. I remember I played solitaire, just one game after another, trying not to think about it, don't think about it, and it wasn't working very well. But I slowly got better at that, and I got to where I don't think about it. I can't remember thinking about it today. I probably heard it, but I didn't, you know, it's like it wasn't something I thought about that much. So anyways, as you can see, I'm not feeling too worried about being sick, but I've got a little sore throat and a cough, but I've got other things to think about. And I'm definitely not thinking about the tinnitus either. So come on, man, you can do it. Or woman, man. Okay, see you later, bye-bye.